sneezing though. I'm kind of scared because like it's been a year since I drove and many years since I played Mario Kart. Really? What if you crash into people?
They're like bumper cars.
Oh,
You're not
okay.
supposed to crash into people.
I've kind of finally become aware of the fact that there are people that watch my vlogs. It's sort of like whenever you self-express, you necessarily make a choice about what it is you present and what it is you deny. Whenever I have a 5-minute clip that I edit down to 1 minute, I am making choices about what I include and what I do not include, right? Anyone that has a social media page where they have a curated profile of themselves knows what I mean by having to make conscious decisions about what they share and what they do not share of themselves. It is kind of mentally draining. My landlady made me breakfast. It looks so delicious. Sometimes like I suddenly realize I have signed myself up for so many different things, and I think they all start off as genuine excitement to try out new things, but it's like the desire to excel in all of these different pursuits and sustain them and make something of them is very tiring.
To meet a new friend named Sahil, and we are going to go to the Royal Ontario Museum. I am excited! Ah, modern suburbia.
They're on a field trip. Hey, it's your boy.
This is my favorite part of the museum. Hello, raccoon! Looks like a Paul to me.
Maybe Jeremy or something.
Jeremy, yeah. Oh, you've been eating nuts encaved. Yeah.
He thinks he's fly.
My favorite room in the room.
Should we get like a full shot of this? This museum is not for kids.
Couple of first drafts.
Stay in drugs, don't do school. Follow me on MySpace.
Yeah? What about your art page?
Oh, my art page, yeah. Follow my art page. Just search up Zonpad on the internet and it'll pop up.
Yes.
That feels good when you have like good SEO for your
Search engine optimization.
Yeah, you just search up my name. You tried it. You search up Zonpad.
That's the first thing that shows up. Oh, I see. We'll have to see.
Hello, my name is Glenda Fu and I'm from Mississauga, Ontario. I'm 5'3" and I'm represented by Orange Models. Anyone that didn't have like the best childhood might like understand the sentiment I want to share, which is me as an adult right now. I'm able to have honest conversations with my parents to give a voice to the things that I felt in childhood, but sometimes it feels almost unfair. I wish I had that voice as a child. No matter what, at the end of the day, we only have a limited time with our parents, but when I think of like what I'll regret when my parents aren't here anymore, it's that I didn't try to heal the relationship I had with them. And it's not like you can just force yourself to have a better relationship with your parents. It has to be mutual, and it has to be built from a place of honesty and respect and love and all of that. Another thing I feel like others might be able to relate to is like my parents have never really interacted with the child part of me. Growing up, I was always trying to be as adult as possible around them so that they would like take me seriously, and because I never felt comfortable enough to show my vulnerability or my true self, because I didn't feel like I would be properly taken care of. Like, I'm actually an adult now, but even as a kid, I was only ever my adult self around them. Anyways, this turned into a therapy session. But I don't know if someone out there can relate to this very niche, specific thing that I'm talking about. That would be great. I'm glad that I shared this. Mississauga is so pretty. Look at the sky. This morning I thought that my lingoda class was at 11 a.m. but turns out it was at 10 a.m. So with only like 11 days left, I have officially failed the sprint. I'm not gonna be able to get my money back. I'm gonna have to pay like $980. And if I do end up actually mastering French, then I would say this money was very well invested. A setback like this, you use it as motivation, you learn a lesson from it or bounce back from it better than before. My financial blunders. I think that the theme with all of the weaknesses that I have as a human being have to do with structure and pragmatism and being realistic. Every once in a while, I need to do these reality checks with myself. It's like a little council meeting with myself and my brain. Yes, yeah. I think the Chinese do as well.
Yeah. And everything so it can soak up the flavors and the garlic.
So you bake it together?
Yes.
Oh.
Like a fish is sweaty. Because
Sweaty.
It's,
Oh, pescado.
Sudado.
Sudado. Oh, and it rhymes.
Yeah. Callao is a port.
Uh-huh.
And that's when a lot of them came in back in the day. And they brought their spices and they were able to introduce and mix, improve. My mom say that you could have 365 days different dishes.
Oh, there's just so many.
Because we're so divided. Like the coast, the Amazons, everywhere has their own dishes, their own culture, their own idea, and it's introduced. Like a lot of people from the Amazons come into Lima, and then they start bringing their dishes, introducing it, and then the city starts making a bit of modifications to make it more enticing. So it's really interesting. Tomatoes, onions, cilantro. It's right here. Potatoes, and we're gonna season the fish. Olive oil, garlic, salt, pepper, paprika, and cumin. Now,
Put it. Yeah, put it.
there we go. Some shrimps. Peruvian cooking and cooking in general, I think you just have to go with the feeling, with the emotions, and enjoy it.
Yeah, you know, I never understood those people that stuck so strictly to a recipe. Like, I understand the first time you make something if you're really unsure, but like how you actually get good at cooking is intuitively. Yeah.
Oh, my first time recording something. Isn't that crazy? And we are making, actually, you are making dumplings.
Yeah.
And right now you're mixing the chives with the pork, mixing all the ingredients for the wonderful dumplings that we're going to be making. And she's got the pork. We have the chives, all the spices, and now she's adding the egg to bring it all together.
I want to add another egg.
Yes, actually they are in the fridge, if you open the fridge. And now we are completing the wontons.
I seriously think you should start making cooking videos.
No way, I'm too shy for that.
Someone else can narrate. Maybe Victoria can narrate.
Will you, Victoria?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Pescado sudado.
Perfecto.
Sí.
They look amazing.
Oh, that's delicious.
You did a great job on those. Thank you. You know what? So true. When you cook with love, it tastes so much better.
We've been connecting with each other, contacting people, trying to like gather as much information as possible.
Is it strange to grieve the death of someone that you barely knew? Over the past few days, some things have happened and I'm still learning how to process them because it's not something I've ever dealt with before. This person wasn't someone I knew very well. I feel spared from that level of pain and grief, but at the same time, the people that were close to them were not spared. And it's all arbitrary, isn't it? There's no divine reason why I was spared from that pain, but they weren't.
Whatever you feel is the way you feel. So even if you didn't really know the person, sometimes it's not that you grieve the physical, the spiritual, the emotional memory of someone, but conceptually the loss of them. Even though they weren't someone you knew in a concrete way, it's like you can understand in the abstract what that loss is, what that loss must feel like, what that loss means. Because it could have very nearly been someone that you cared about. I can't imagine for the friends and family of this person, like the kind of grief that they must be going through. Today, I actually felt pretty depressed. I think because I was trying to move forward like normal. I picked out my classes for the upcoming school year. I talked to friends on campus. When night came, I was like, you know what? I'm feeling pretty empty. And that's because I need to sit down and confront everything.
But you really couldn't stay, so you watched love fly away.
wow, look at those balls. Very architectural, I must say. Say hi.
Bonjour monsieur, madame, j'espère que vous êtes bien. Hier soir, j'ai pris un petit chien de votre magasin parce qu'il était très mignon. Je suis désolée, mais maintenant, ton chien est mon chien. À bientôt, une étrangère.
Oh my god, hi, I just see it.
You always start every single one the same. We're at Earl's. This is Ima's new workplace. She's a host. Yes.
Period.
Today we're also going skating at a place called Scooter's Palace. It's a funny story. I went there with this sorority group, an Asian girl sorority group. I never ended up joining the sororities, but I got to go for free.
안녕하세요 여러분. Today we will learn about the different bye-byes in Korea. So you live in your friend's house and the friend is obviously staying in their house. You say 안녕히 계세요, stay in peace. But if you're both living or maybe your friend is leaving your house, you say 안녕히 가세요, go in peace. This has been 선생님 Ima.